Welcome to the last ever episode of the Unemployed Journeyman. We are here at Cape Town City in South Africa, and all there's left to do today is see if we can complete a clean sweep of trophies in our final ever season. Welcome to the video, everybody, and we have our final two games of the season and our final two games with Cape Town City, because I have decided this will be the final episode of the Unemployed Journeyman series. And we have Pretoria Callies in our last ever league game. It doesn't really mean a great deal for us, this league game. I'm most likely going to play a fully rotated team in this game, because then 3 days later we have the South African FA Cup final against First Division side Thsakuma. Now, looking at this, they have Thsakuma as 11-4 and us as 10-11 favourites for that game, and we should be as well, with them being a First Division side. They do have cup pedigree though. They got to the South African Knockouts Cup, I think it was, the final of that last season, where they lost to, I think it was Amazulu. So they do have pedigree in getting to cup finals. But, oh, by the way, just in case you'd like to know, I am still trying to leave Cape Town City in as good a position as possible. I have put in offers for 2 new players that would come through at the start of the transfer window. I don't know why, because I'm not going to be here, but I just thought, why not try and spend a bit of the money we've got? We've only got just under £700,000, but why not try and spend some of it and on decent players as well? The main reason I went down the rabbit hole of buying them players is I was looking at our team and the fact that Khumalo, bearing in mind this season, he's got 44 goals in 50 appearances, 43 of those from the start. He's not made an appearance for the South African national team. And he's 26 years old, so it's not like he's a young lad like 18, 19 or anything. 26 years old, he's having the season of his life. His previous 2 seasons weren't bad either, but he can't get a place in the South African national team. And Loato Shweni as well is also uncapped, even though, again, he's had a very decent season. He had a decent season last season as well. But again, he can't get in the side either. So I was actually having a look at the South African national team and at what players I'd like to bring in to Cape Town City if I was still going to be here. And these 2 are the ones I come up with. I'll quickly show you them. Cape Town Spurs, we're going for Kabelo Shabalala. Yep. For £200,000, potentially rising to £400,000. He would be a first choice left back, especially as Goudiaby is already leaving and Jabali is wanted by, I think it's the UAE. And he comes in at a very decent standard 3.5-star defensive wing back. Lovely, lovely stuff. Then we've got Roger Thidiela from the Kaizer Chiefs as an anchor in midfield. We don't play with an anchor at the moment, but he can play defensive midfielder, half-back, deep line playmaker as well. He can also play in a more advanced positions as well, to a very good standard. Would be technically our best player at the club in those positions. So, yeah, whoever's going to take over from me, I'm giving them a couple of new signings to do so with. In the meantime, if we have a look at the league, like I say, the game against Pretoria Callies doesn't really mean a great deal to us. If Orlando Pirates win today, then they're going to get second spot anyway. So Pretoria Callies have got a little bit of something to fight for, but not a great deal. Let's get into that first game then. And like I say, I've not done it yet, but I'm going to rotate our squad and put in a completely different 11 to what we would normally have, because I just want to rest players and actually show that these players have actually got something to play for, because they might not do too well today. As you see, their sharpness is all red, because I am a bit guilty of sticking with the same 11 that I know and trust, basically. And here we go. There you go. Khumalo can go on the bench from Shweni. Right, so the team we go out with today is Mokoena in goal, Goudiaby left back, Williams right back, and Lovu and Roman in the centre of defence, Masuku and Shelembe in the centre of midfield, Matabula and Kalashaweo out wide with Ndevu and Mayambela up top. This is, like I say, a completely rotated 11. So we'll probably get beaten today in this game, but I'm not too worried, because, like I say, it doesn't really matter a great deal. It just gives these 11 an opportunity to actually show that. And here you go. We had the trophy lift in the previous game. This is our guard of honour. You'll love to see it. Being led out there with our guard of honour. Our players applauding the guard of honour and getting applause as well. Even the refs are giving us a little bit of applause. There you go. That's your trophy lift, basically, because I messed up the audio on that when I tried recording it. Right, Sifo Roman with a corner in the 4th minute of the game, puts it into the box, comes out, Matabuna to Roman, to Goody Abbey. What a strike from Goody Abbey. Kalashaweo, I think we may have hit the post twice, or the woodwork twice then. It's saying we've done it once. We'll let the game have it. Maybe it was just once. But yeah, that was a very bright start from the boys. And let's get the table on here as no, didn't work. Right, Roman with another corner. Goes towards the back post this time, and Lovu trying to get up to meet the ball, and he did, like Massetti would normally do. Right, there you go. There's a table. So Orlando Pirates are the team that we need to keep an eye on for the sake of the Pretoria Callies. Not that we're cheering the Callies on or anything like that, but they're playing a 4-4-2 formation. That is a formation that I almost went with before deciding to go for a bit more of an attack-looking 4-2-4, and I am so glad I went for that 4-2-4 as well. Oof, I don't know how we managed to keep that out, but somehow we did. We lived to survive another minute. We have a throw-in now with Goody Abbey on this left-hand side. He now gives it to Matabula, who's in the box. Matabula with his 8th goal of the season. Goody Abbey, who's leaving the club with an assist. We take the lead against the Pretoria Callies. And I think, in theory, if we actually go on to win this game, you'll probably see just how weak this league actually is, that we can just put out 11 players that are nowhere near being sharp enough to play the game, can actually go on and beat the team that's at the time were 3rd and challenging for 2nd in the table. It's not, I mean, the quality of football in this league is not the highest, and you do get frustrated when you see how poor some of the passing is and the finishing. And Kalashaweo with an absolutely stunning finish, his 4th goal of the season. Just I'm saying about how poor the finishing is, but if you like non-league Route 1 goalkeeper to centre forward into the back of the net type goals, you do see that fairly often in South African football, or at least in FM you do anyway. And we've got 25 minutes left of the game. Is there anybody I want to bring on? I don't think I've really got anyone on the bench that would warrant coming on. They're all their first teamers. So for the time, but I think unless we get an injury or something, I'm probably just going to leave this 11 to see the game through. It was a Novu with the assist, by the way. Right, we have another highlight. Williams has it on the right-hand side, puts the ball into the box. Couldn't quite find the man he was looking for. And Pretoria Callies have the ball. The goalkeeper just hoofs it upfield. And Lovu gives it to Masuku, back to Nlovu. Now to Williams, their right-back, who can probably feel a bit aggrieved he's not got more of a chance. Daniel Mayambella with his 5th goal of the season. It's 3-0 to Cape Town City against the Callies, and this is a nice little bit of warm-up football for some squad players before the big game against Thsakuma in the South African FA Cup, and I really want to win that game as well. I will be very annoyed if we don't win that cup final, because it's an opportunity to get a clean sweep, 5 trophies, what's that, a quintuplet or something like that. On top of it, Mo Coelho, to be fair to him, is on the verge of keeping a clean sheet. I think he's ridden his luck a little bit, and he may not get that clean sheet, but he's on the verge of it. He's gone 86 minutes without conceding a goal. Their goalkeeper has it. I imagine it's going to be a hoof upfield again. I mean, if someone want to close him down, so he actually does something. There you go, goes for a hoof upfield. Poor defensive header from us there, and that was almost 3-1. Mo Coelho, by the looks of it, has pulled out quite a decent save. It's gone out for a corner. Dialli will take it on this left-hand side. It's going to be an in-swinger, giving us a taste of our own medicine. And Kalashaweo, look at that for a defensive header, just threw himself in front of the ball. Kalashaweo has been immense. And yeah, rightfully so, he's their man of the match at the moment. He has been sensational. Right, the 90th minute, they have a direct free kick in a very promising position. They've hit the crossbar, and we managed to get the ball clear. Sifo Roman, for some reason, their furthest man forward. And hopefully with 3 minutes to be added on, that should be enough to give us the win. And it is. We finish the league season with a win. Kalashaweo, a man of the match with a goal and an assist. Very well played from him. If Nkobo wasn't already a nailed-on starter, he would certainly be giving me room for thought. And as it happens, Orlando Pirates actually drew with Thsakuma United. Supersport United beat Cape Town Spurs 3-0. Cape Town Spurs nearly got relegated this season. They've had a very bad season. But Richards Bay, who are newly promoted, they've survived. Pirates finished second, Supersport United third, Pretoria Callies fourth. In terms of the Super 8s, Swallows, Amazulu, TS Galaxy and Amatux will be in the Super 8s next season. Right, let's get into the next game, which is the South African FA Cup final against Thsakuma. So with the save coming to an end, I've been getting a bit reminiscent. I will be keeping this save file so that I can do a video of like the Unemployed Journeyman 15 years in the future or something like that. But I couldn't help but have a look at Sota Sato, my favourite player from the series. For those of you that have been watching since we were at FC Tokyo, he came through the youth team with us there and made 35 appearances, scoring 8 goals. We then sold him to Arsenal for 3.3 million. Not that we wanted to. I think they matched his minimum fee release clause. They sent him back to us the first season on loan, and he made 34 appearances, scoring 13 goals. Really good season for us. He then spent 5 seasons at Arsenal, making just 3 appearances, getting 1 goal. He then went on a free transfer to Sassuolo, 131 appearances, 14 goals. He's had a reasonable time at Sassuolo. He's been sort of like a squad player, chipped in a few goals here and there. And now he's gone to Al Hilal for this season that we've just had. 34 appearances, 4 goals. He's on £375,000 a week. I think that is just indicative of the Saudi Pro League, isn't it? That a player of Sato's quality, as you can see, because I've not had him at any of my clubs for a while, I have no real scouting knowledge of him. But £375,000 a week for him, it's just ridiculous. It really, really is. But yeah, there you go. For anyone that's been wondering about Sota Sato, he's had a reasonable career. He's earning plenty of money now. He's made 15 appearances for the Japanese national team as well. Right, let's get into the South African FA Cup final. We'll turn the opposition instructions on. We've got a much more familiar looking team here, and I do want to win this game. I'll be annoyed if we don't. Gomazulu in goal, Jabali left back, Frimpong right back, Masetti and Ayanda in the centre of defence, Gabesi and Maloto in the centre of midfield, Moses and Nkobo out wide, Kamalo and Shueni up top. Let's go then. Cup final. I don't know what ground we're having this in. Maybe it'll tell us on the next screen. It's going to be Bloemfontein, the Free State Stadium. I want to play in that Palace that we had before, but there you go. They've been inconsistent, losing 2 and drawing 2 of their last 5 games. We've been in very good form, even with our much reduced team as well. Right, the teams come out for the cup final. First highlight is for Thsakuma. It is from a corner. They still have the ball. They get the ball into the box as well. We managed to clear our lines momentarily, but again, they get the second ball. They recycle possession, but well played from us to win it back. Kamalo to Shueni, gives it to Nkobo. Kanya Moses, he's at the post, I think. Either that or the keeper saved it, one of the two. Jabali with the ball and nothing comes of it. It was a keeper save according to the stats. Right, come on, boys. Thsakuma United, or Thsakuma rather, I should say, are of the first division. We are massively the favourites for this game. We should really be winning it at a canter, if we're being quite honest. Here's Gabesi now. In the midfield, goes back to Ayanda. Gives it to Maloto. He's going to go back to Ayanda, to Gabesi. Playing a little triangles. Kamalo finds Shueni, and Shueni scores. The referee might be disallowing this. Yes, he is. I saw him in the corner of my eye, in my periphery, running into shot, and I thought, oh, here we go. This means he's disallowing a goal. We've worked that out in our time in South Africa, because you don't have VAR. As soon as you score a goal, if you see the referee come charging into shot, then that means he's about to throw his hand in the air and disallow it. Kamalo, though, puts us 1-0 up. Kanya Moses with the assist. Kamalo with his 45th goal of the season. I mean, we spent a couple of £100,000 on this guy, and he scored 45 goals for us. You tell me of striker that you've got more goals from for such little investment. I would love to know if you have, because in terms of productivity, I've never had a better striker than him. And that's another one for him as well. It's his second of the game. 46 goals for the season. And Kobo with the assist. He's been very good as well, and Kobo. Here's Moses now. Ball into the box from Jabali. They're not really clearing it. We pick up the loose ball. Moses then gives the ball away. They can come forward, but they don't really do anything with it. We've won the ball back. And Kobo now goes back to Ayanda. He gives it to Gabesi, to Massetti. Tries to find Kamalo, but he couldn't quite get the ball through to him. And now Thsakuma can come forward. But as I say that, we've won the ball back again. Moses with the ball in the box towards Shueni. Keeper made a bit of a meal out of that save. I mean, this highlight's going on forever. Is anything actually going to happen from it? Yeah, Meloto fouls their player, and then they decide to end it. Right, here's another one. Vinkobo, ball into the box towards Kamalo. That's going to be a penalty. That will be Kamalo's hat-trick opportunity. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Kamalo with a hat-trick. And I know some of you will say, yeah, he's got 47 goals this season, but there's a lot of those that have been penalties. I think that might have been his 12th penalty of the season. So that's still 30 league goals. But yeah, he has taken a lot of penalties, to be fair, including that one. But he's picked up a hat-trick in this game in the first half. I think it's safe to say the South African FA Cup is going to be ours unless Thsakuma can come up with something, frankly, quite phenomenal in this second half. This game is all but done. Right, we have another corner. It's going to be Moses to take it. It's going to be a short one. Gabesi gives it back to Moses. Ball into the box. And that was an opportunity for Ayanda there, but he couldn't quite get the direction on it, and it's gone wide. Oh, I just love Kamalo so much. I really do. He's such a good player. I can't believe he's not been captained by the South African national team. I mean, if you're their manager, you've got to be mad. You really have. He's banging the goals in, and you're just like, nope, still don't want to play him. I mean, he's hit the post there as well. 3 goals, he's hit the post. I mean, there's nothing this guy can't do. He probably done a little tightrope thing across the stadium at half time just for a bit of entertainment for the crowd, you know. Right, here they come forward now, and what a goal that was. Wow. Mudau, that was, as it said in the text commentary, that was simply brilliant. I mean, that was a stunning goal. Absolutely wow, wow, wow. Right, let's bring on some players. Let's do some substitutions. Gabesi can come off for Masuku. Jabali is doing his usual nothing. So I think we'll bring on Goody Abbey, his final appearance for us. Shueni's not having a particularly good game, so Mayambela can come on for him. We have 2 more substitutions to make. Gabesi with a free kick, and Kobo picks up the loose ball, gives it to Gabesi. He rides a challenge and keeps the ball. He gets the ball into the box. They clear their lines. Meloto chases down the loose ball, gets it back in the box, going towards Shueni, and it's over the bar. That was his last action before he got substituted, basically. Right, here they come again, down our right-hand side. I mean, if they score now, it sets up a pretty nervy final 10 minutes or so. So we do need to not be as cocky, and they have scored. Okay. This game has taken a bit of a turn. I weren't expecting, when we were 3-0 up, to go into the last 15 minutes or so with time added on in quite this position. Right, we're going to make a final couple of substitutions. Ayanda's not having a particularly good game. He can come off for Ndlovu. I mean, to be fair, Massetti's not having a great game either. I think that's probably all we are going to do. Actually, no, Moses is going to come off and Matabula can come on for him. So that's our final 2 substitutions. If we concede again and it gets to 3-3, then I don't know what to say, because I said it was going to take something quite sensational for Thsakuma to get anything from this game, to win this game. And they're on the verge of doing it, to be fair to him. Matabula ball into the box towards Mayambela, but Masuku, that's a goal for Masuku. It's his 2nd of the season. Oh, that was close. I can wipe the sweat from my brow now as Masuku pretty much confirms the win. 4-2. We have another highlight here, and Kobo with the ball into the box. It comes out. Goody Abbey picks it up. He's not known for his right foot. Ndlovu puts the ball into the box. It comes out again, this time to Massetti. And Kobo pulls it back. Goody Abbey, oh my word, Baba Goody Abbey signing off in style with a stunning goal from inside the box. It's 5-2. What a cup final. 7 goals. And here comes your second trophy lift in 2 days. And we have won the South African FA Cup, or the South African Cup as it says on here. Khumalo, when he scored his hat-trick, I thought the game... I've only got one security officer with me now. I think something's gone wrong. Oh, there you go. The other one's now suddenly appeared. I don't know where he was. Maybe doing a little meet and greet or something. He's become a bit famous since I've been pointing him out in the videos. But I think he's letting it go to his head a little bit, unlike the other chap that did decide to stick with me. But anyway, here's the fireworks, the confetti, all that sort of stuff that I usually say. And that is that. We have won the South African Cup. There's a little cartwheel. And if we have a look at the competitions page, there we are. We have won everything. And Lerato Shereni was the top scorer in the Super 8, so that wasn't Khumalo. And the South African Knockouts Cup, Khumalo isn't even mentioned in that. I think I probably may have rested him in most of them games. But yeah, what a striker Khumalo is. 47 goals in 51 appearances this season with 8 assists. That's 55 goal contributions. And we bought him for £400,000. Like I say, in the comments, let me know if you've got someone for less than that that's scored more than all of this. 12 goals from penalties out of 13 penalties taken. He's only ever missed one. What a man. And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to an end of the Unemployed Journeyman. We've turned it into a Pentagon challenge. We've had loads of fun. We started off with Fukushima in Japan. We then moved to FC Tokyo. If in actual fact, we go to my profile page, we can probably see down here all the different... I mean, look at all these achievements. So yeah, we then went to FC Tokyo. After Tokyo, we then went to Monaco. I was with Tokyo for a few seasons. I was hired as Monaco manager on the 17th of June 2029. Then we went to Borussia Dortmund on the 29th of June 2031, so 2 years later. That was who we eventually won the European Champions League with. Then we went to Flamengo, then Club America, and now Cape Town City. What a journey this has been. In terms of my languages, where does it tell me about my languages? Look at all this. I'm fluent in English, Japanese, German, French, basic Portuguese, basic Sesotho, basic Spanish. I mean, I'm a very linguistic person. So there you have it. Right, thank you very much for joining us, folks. I have got something different planned for tomorrow's video, but I'm not going to give it away just yet. I think I'll let you tune in tomorrow to see what the new adventure is going to be. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.